Yes, I'll come back to you. Then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun? Yes, I'll come back to you.
Does that look familiar? Yeah.
Under the sun.
All right, so going to check in here. One last post-run check-in. So I just completed run 12 of 12, miles 45 to 48. In total, should be at 55, if not over 55 miles at this point. Once my brain clears, probably tomorrow, I'll compile some numbers just to see where I landed with that. But I'm well over, not well over again, I said that earlier, but I'm definitely at 2 full marathons, which I'm very proud that I was able to do that. This turned out, I think, better than I had expected, not only from my personal experience with it, as far as physically, mentally, but just everything, all the support and all the kind words and all the awareness and the sharing that was done by so many people. I mean, I could never have imagined what this has turned into over the last couple days. I'm so proud of that, and that what started as a very scary and frankly crazy idea. When I first had the courage to bring it up to Katie after thinking about it in my own brain for a couple weeks, when I first mentioned it to Katie, her initial response was, "Are you crazy?" And I had to sort of come to terms with that. It felt a little crazy at first, and but as we got talking about it, it started to make more sense. And then, of course, now that we're done, it couldn't have turned out any better. And so I'm really, really proud of that, and I'm proud of the fact that we did it together. That it was a complete team effort. The finish was great. Run was fine. Ran again with Augie Mello, my running partner. We finished on our street. Neighbor and friend Justin Swain, at the end of the street, had Eye of the Tiger blasting in his car, and he sort of rolled next to us as we finished the last 10th of a mile or so up to the house. And as we approached the house, there was a bunch of people, neighbors, but friends first, neighbors second, cheering, and it was reminiscent to finishing the marathon. Just felt great. And then Sonia Salisbury coming through again, little surprise there. I'm not going to reveal what it is. I think we'll wait for a picture, but I'm going to put Nashua Friends on standby for that. I think you guys will get a kick out of that. I know that I did. So yeah, just good day, excited, glad it's done. Yeah, so gonna get something to eat, take a shower, and just relax a little bit. And I think I'll do another video maybe tomorrow, process a little bit, get some sleep, and that's that. So once again, just if you're still sticking with this and watching it and have been following along, I just want to extend a genuine, heartfelt thank you. Knowing that people are watching and sort of paying attention has made this experience even that much more meaningful to me and to our family. And so thank you very much. All right, till next time. Bye.
Thank you.
One dad from Grafton has accomplished a pretty amazing feat.
Yeah, and he used his feet to do it, running 48 miles in 48 hours. Chris Marino started running Friday night, running 4 miles every 4 hours with basically no sleep. He completed that challenge today. All of this to raise awareness and money for a rare genetic condition called ALD. Marino's 12-year-old son, Braden, was diagnosed with the disease 2 years ago. Boston 25 News anchor Chris Flanagan brought you this story on Thursday. You can find out more about the fundraiser at our website, boston25news.com.
Way to go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, those with certain...
And you're going to love this story. A local father going the distance for his son, the athletic feat that he just conquered.
A devoted dad running to raise funds and awareness for a rare genetic disorder. Chris Marino clocking 48 miles in 48 hours over the weekend. He ran in 4-mile intervals throughout the days and the nights. The motivation behind his exhausting trek? His young son. Braden is living with ADL. The disorder affects his brain, spinal cord, and adrenal glands. His family devastated until they met a local doctor who gave them some hope for Braden's future. All the money Chris raised from his run will go to help fund that doctor's research, and he says it's been a big success.
We've been pinching ourselves all weekend. We just haven't, we're still, I think I'm still coming to terms with the success of it. It just completely blew my mind.
Every person that now knows about ALD, there's a ripple effect.
Braden's parents say they intend to keep getting the word out about ALD.
I mean, just talk about a father's love and what he's willing to do to help his child.
That huge 48 miles in 48 hours, yeah. Glad it raised a lot of awareness.
Amazing. All right, coming up next, a unique piece of soul.
Tremendous. Well, one man from Grafton has accomplished a pretty amazing feat to tell you about, running 48 miles in 48 hours. Chris Marino started running Friday night, running 4 miles every 4 hours, so basically he wasn't getting any sleep. He completed the challenge yesterday, and he did it all to raise awareness and money for a rare genetic condition called ALD. His son, 12-year-old Braden, was diagnosed with the disease 2 years ago. Well, Boston 25 News anchor Chris Flanagan brought you the story on Thursday, so you can find out more about how you can help the family on our website, boston25news.com. And a 17-year-old...
All right, well, clearly I'm addicted to this. Hi again. So it's Monday, day after the weekend, and it's weird. My legs, for whatever reason, started feeling like, okay, what's happening here? Maybe we should do something. And I hadn't planned on running today, well, for obvious reasons. But I thought I was going to do the bike, and I wanted to get outside. It's beautiful out, and running for me outside when I'm alone is an opportunity to think that I don't always have. And so I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to be by myself with my own thoughts for a little bit and kind of process the weekend, which I did, good or bad or indifferent. I was able to do that. So I went for a little run, and surprisingly felt really good, which is great. Very happy about that. I know I keep using the word good and great. Katie pointed that out to me, but you know, I'm not a pro at this, so same adjectives are being repeated. But yeah, so I spent time thinking about the weekend and what it all means, and I just wanted to share some thoughts here about that. As I expressed in many of the videos, the outpouring of support, both with the words that were being shared with us, the sharing of the message and what we were trying to do, just the overwhelming outpouring of love and support that Katie and I felt over the course of this weekend is immeasurable and indescribable, and it was completely impossible to keep up with. And I started initially thanking people personally who were on Facebook for their donations, and I quickly realized I had to abandon that because there's just no way for me to do that. We're going to do something to thank people, but personalized messages right now, frankly, is terrifying me in its the overwhelmingness of it. And that's just a testament to how many people have supported us. I mean, at this point, we've got well over 220 unique donations, and we're over 20,000. It took us literally 6 months last year to get to, I think, 14,000 without doing Lucky Ball. Just on the GoFundMe alone, that took about 6 months to get to like 13 or 14,000. And we hit 20,000 in basically 2 days this weekend, which is just mind-boggling to us. And I mean, it's unbelievable. And we're still pinching ourselves over that. And we're still amazed that donations are coming in. So just thank you again for that. Regarding running this weekend, the people that joined me, some I knew about, some I didn't. Augie Mello, multiple runs. His wife Jess, Steph DeLon, Brent Crouch, Mike Collins, Dan Fiore, Chad Clements. I can't thank you guys enough. Being there, especially in the darkness, in the dead of night, really went further than I can explain. So thank you for that. I think that about does it. I will say during this run, one thing, and Kate and I have been sort of chit-chatting off and on about what might be next, and we want to do something that is not just about me doing something and Katie sharing things, the educational piece online. We'd like to make it more inclusive and pull other folks in to help us spread this message. I think there is an opportunity there. And one thing that I was thinking about, and I would love feedback on it if you've made it this far into the video, is something that's in my mind right now is kind of stealing from the David Goggins 4x4x48, but shortening it a little bit. So what I have in my mind is 3x3x13. So my thinking is doing, the first thing I'm thinking is 3 miles or a 5K every 3 hours for 13 hours. And really, I think what that means realistically would be doing an activity 4 times during that 13-hour period. So let's say you started at 6 a.m. So you do 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. That would be 4 activities in 12 hours. If you need an extra hour for that 13 hours, take it, an extra hour rest. But it doesn't have to be running. It could be 3 miles of walking. It could be 30 burpees. It could be 3 sets of 30 burpees. It could be 3 sets of 30 jumping jacks. It could be 30 jumping jacks. 30 minutes of some activity. Bike for 30 minutes. Bike for 3 miles. Do 30 minutes of cooking. Cook for a neighbor. Cook a meal for a neighbor. Do any combination of those things throughout the course of the 12 or 13 hours. So 3 by 3 by 13. It's an idea. Whether it comes to pass, who knows? But it feels like something that families could do together, could participate in. You could do it with young kids, get them involved. You could do 3 minutes of drawing every 3 hours, or talk to someone on the phone for 3 minutes or 30 minutes that you haven't spoken to in years. Reconnect with an old friend. So just a thought. So just in wrapping this up, again, this is not something that I did by myself. Katie came up with the idea of educating people, and as I read through the posts and what things are saying, or people are saying to Katie about those, I mean, I think that has just been incredible. The amount of awareness and education Katie's created through those posts is something that has clearly touched people and has spread the word. And you know, this is a really, frankly, a shitty situation that we're in. It sucks. This is not the place Katie and I, when we first talked about having a family and having kids, this is not what we would have imagined. We were a very carefree family for years, and I think we took a lot of that probably a little bit for granted. So this is not a position that we ever imagined we would be in, and I think what we've done is we've taken something so horrible for us personally, that affects obviously more families than just ours, and we've turned it into something more. You know, we've raised awareness and money, but I think at the same time it's brought us closer together, and it's, again, not a position that we wanted to be in, but we're in it. But we're in it together, and we're a team. And we will continue to be a team, and we will continue to do everything that we can for Braden, and to help him in his future and the future of other people. So I just wanted to mention that. And lastly, Ryan, if you're watching this, I love you. You're the greatest big brother. Braden could not have a better big brother, more understanding than you. So I love you. All right, that's it. Sorry it's so long, but wanted to share. Have a great rest of the day.